get a bed, for instance, so we miss your leave much things. It's bitter cold and I'm sick at heart. Have you had quiet, Carl? I don't know, stirring. Well, be nice. If you do me a Horatio Marcellus, the Rockets in my watch, then you make haste. I think I hear them now. Stand over closer! Friends, in this ground. And allegiance to the day. Good night. Oh, farewell, soldier. Who have relieved you? Wherever has my horse. Give you good night. Oh, love and honor. Say what? Is Horatio there? Is it him? Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, good Marcellus. What? Has this thing appeared again tonight? I've seen nothing. Horatio says 'tis but fantasy, will not let belief overtake him. Touching this bed tonight twice he with us. Therefore, I have entreated him along that he may watch the minutes of this night, that when again this apparition come, he may approve our eyes and speak to us. Hush, come not up here. He speaks not before he comes again. In the same figure, like the king, instead, touch his skull, speak to it, Horatio. Looks he not like the king? Mark Horatio.
Most likely, the heir would wonder and fear.
You would be spoke to, questioned Horatio.
What art thou, that a surface this time of night, together with that fair and warlike form, in which the very Denmark can sometimes march, by hanging that charge thee speak.
It is offended. He stalks away.
Speak, that charge thee speak.
'Tis gone, will not answer. How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Is not this something more than fantasy? What think you on it?
Oh my God, I could not misbelieve without the truth out to mine own eyes.
Is it not like the king?
Thou art thyself, such as the very arm again on the ambitious knowing combat. It's strange.
I think it be no other, but even so. We'll make the sort of this portentous figure comes on to our watch, so like it was, is the question of these wars.
But soft, behold, here comes again, across the river blasting. Stay, illusion. If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be anything good to be done, that to thee may do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art curious that country speak, and halfway put an ordinary boy, well stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus!
Will not say here! 'Tis gone. We do it wrong being so majestical. To offer the show of violence, it is as the air, invulnerable, and our vain blows of malicious mockery. Who was about to speak when the cock grew, and it's like a youth being upon the fearful side, it's been on the throne of the cock.
So have I heard, and do not believe it. Break away from our watch and my mind. Let us impart what we've seen tonight into your hands.
I pray we do it, and know this morning where we shall find you most conveniently.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and let the necessity fixed to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet, so far the discretion of God with nature, that we, with wisest sorrow, still think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister and now our queen, the imperial juntress in this warlike state, have we assured the defeated joy with an auspicious and a dropping eye, with mirth in funeral and dirge in marriage taken to wife. Nor have we here bond your better wisdom, which have most really bound with the affair of all. For all our things. And now, Laertes, what
My dread lord, your leave and favor to return to France. For months, though willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation. Yet now I must confess, that duty done, my thoughts wishes then again to France. And vow them to your gracious leave and pardon.
How do your fathers leave? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wronged me by slow leave by labors and petition. But alas, upon his will I till by heart consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, license. Time be thine, and let thy graces do with it as thy will. And now, for my cousin Hamlet and my son, a little more than kin and less than kind. How is it that the clouds still hang on you? Not so much, but I am far too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet! Hamlet, I can color off and let thine eye look like a flame on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids see thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest his comment. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Why, madam, 'tis common.
Is it these? Why seems so particular with thee?
Scenes? Nay, it is, I know not scenes. 'Tis not alone in my inky cloak, good mother. It was the dejected nature of my visage, together with all thoughts, forms, moods, shapes of grief that can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for these are actions that a man might play. But I have that within which past this show. These are the trappings and the suits of war. 'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. Persevere. An obstinate conduct, in a course of impious stubbornness, it takes some manly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven. We pray you, go to earth this unprevailing war and think of us as of my father. For let the world take note, you are the most of into our throne, and with no less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears his son, do I impart towards you. As for your decision, in going back to school, Wittenberg, it is most retrograde of our desire, and we beseech you, bend you to remain here, in the cheer and comfort of our eye. Our chiefest towards you are our cousin and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg.
Shall I on my best obey you, madam? Why? 'Tis a fair and loving reply. Be as ourselves in Denmark. Madam, come. This gentle and unforced court of Hamlet sits smiling into my heart. Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting and unfixed his cannon against self-slaughter, oh God. Oh God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seems to be other uses of the world. By art. Not by timid ugly the garden that grows to seed. Things rank and gross in nature possess it maybe but 2 months dead. Nay, not so much, not two. So excellent a king that was to this, so lovely to my mother that he may not exceed the wings of heaven visit her face too roughly. Oh, heaven and earth must I remember. Why should we hang on it? As if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on. Very good, my uncle, in the month. Let me not think on it. Frailty, thy name is woman. So God, a beast that wants of discourse and reason was born longer. Marry him, my uncle, my father's brother, within a month. Let me not forget to post with such wicked speed and such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good. But break my heart, but I must hold my tongue.
Hail, to your lordship.
Good Horatio, or I do forget myself.
Indeed, my lord, your worst servant ever.
Sir, my good friend, I'll change that name with you. Marcellus,
My good lord.
very glad to see you. But what in faith made you from Wittenberg?
A true disposition, good my lord.
I know you are not prudent, but what is your affair at Elsinore?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
Not mock me, fellow student. I know it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, followed hard upon.
Drift, Horatio. The funeral-baked beast did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. Would I have met my dearest foe in heaven, or ever I have seen that day, Horatio? My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. He was a goodly king.
He was a man. Take him for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesterday night.
Saw who?
My lord, the king, your father. The king, my father. Seven admiration for a while. Within 10 years, shall I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this martyrdom to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
Tonight again, and these gentlemen themselves were not on their watch. In dead vast and holy night, they thus encountered a figure, like your father, appears before them. And when solemn march was slowly and safely by them, whilst they still, almost the jelly with the act of fear, they stand up, speaking not to me. This to me, dreadful secrecy in part they did, and I within the third night kept the watch. Was they delivered both in time before the things which were truly good. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
Where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
I did, my lord, but answer made it none. And once we thought it lifted up its head, as it would speak. Even then, when one cock grew loud and shrunk and haste away, vanished from our sight.
It's very strange.
As I can live my honor, Lord, 'tis true. And we think you're written down in our treaties, let you know.
Indeed. Indeed, sir, but this troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight?
We do, my lord.
What, saw you down his face?
Oh, yes, my lord.
Looked he frowningly?
Countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
And fixed his eyes upon you?
Most months.
But I have been there. Stayed long?
A woman with water haste might tell 100.
Longer.
Not when I saw it.
I will watch tonight. Perchance we'll walk again.
I want you will.
I pray you. If you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your sight and still. And whatsoever else shall have tonight, you an understanding but no tongue, and will requite your loves. So farewell. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you.
I'll return it to your arms.
Your loves is mine to you. Farewell. My father's spirit in arms. All is not well. Will the night will come? So then sit still, my soul. Though foul deeds will rise, all the earth will overwhelm them to men's eyes.
Farewell. And sister, as the winds give benefit and convoy is assistant, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, and the trumpet of his favor. Hold it in fashion and the toy in blood. A violet in the youth of primy nature. Forward, not permanent. Sweet, not lasting. The perfume and compliance of a minute, no more.
No more than seven.
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no sorrow more comparable to this marks of her troops will. But you must fear. His greatness waves was not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. Fear it, my dear sister.
I shall be effective this good lesson, as watchman to my heart. But, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny ways of heaven, while some puff and reckless to receive, himself the primrose path of doubting treads, and reckon not with the oath and reason.
Oh, fear me not. I stay too long. But here my father comes. A double blessing and a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second plea.
Get here, Laerty. Aboard, aboard, for shame. Winds to the shoulder of your sails, and you are staying forward. There my blessing seasons with thee. And these new precepts in thy memory see thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor borrow nor letter be. For lo, odds lose gold itself, and borrowing goes the end of customary. But this, the law, thy own self be true. And it was all the day and night, thou canst not every false in man. But there thy blessing pleases in me.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord.
The time I do go to your circumstance.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
What is it, Ophelia, we have said to you?
So speaking, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Mary will be thought. 'Tis told me he has very oft of late given private time of you, and you result of your audience been most free and bounteous. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord of late, made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? Who? You speak like a great girl, unfixed in such perilous circumstances. Do you believe his tenders, as they call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think. My lord had a courting dream of love in an honorable fashion.
I fashion you may call it. Go to.
And have given countenance to speech, my lord, with all holy vows of heaven.
From this time forth, we somewhat scant have made him presence, and say your treatments at a higher rate than his man's parley. Forth, Lord Hamlet, though you believe he is young, and the largest heather makes you walk in the beginning of you. In few, Ophelia, do not believe his vows. In plain terms, having so slander any woman's leisure, as to give words or talk to the Lord Hamlet, I charge you, come your ways.
I shall obey.
Here, my truth be, it is very cold.
It is a privilege to keep your air.
What happened now?
You get back to 12.
No, she is struck.
Look on both, here it comes again.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us. Be thou a spirit of hell for a goblin damned. Bring with thee air from heaven or blast from hell. Be thy chance, wicked or charitable. Thou comest in such a questionable shape that I will speak to thee. I will call thee Hamlet, King, Father, Royal Dame. Oh, answer me. Let me not burst in my ignorance. Oh, say!
It beckons you to go away with it. If the summon partner that desires you alone, do not go with it. No, by no means.
Will not speak, then I will follow.
Do not, my lord.
What should be the fear? I do not put my life on his feet. And as for my soul, what should be the fear there? For it is a thing immortal in itself. He waves me forth still. I will follow.
Would it protect you toward the flood, or to the dreadful summon of the cliff? Think of it.
I will follow.
You shall not go with it.
Take your hand off of me.
Behold, you shall not go.
My face cries out! It makes his penny artery in his blood as hardy as he me in iron nerve. Still I am called. By heaven, I will make a ghost of him that hurts me. I say away! I will follow thee.
You act on fresco with imagination.
'Tis not good for us to obey.
What issue will this come?
There is something rotten in the state of Denmark. Nay, let's follow
Where wilt thou lead me? Speak, I will come no further. Mark! I will.
My hour is almost come when my soul press and tormenting flame must render up my soul. Alas, poor ghost, pity me not! Lend me that serious hearing, for I shall not fall.
I will.
To walk out to revenge, and thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and in the day to find the fast desire to the wrongful doing instead of my dear nature, I burn and purge to the wind. If thou thy father's life to love, vengeance is most unnatural. Murder! I murder must bow, as it is best. And it is thou strange and unnatural.
It's sweet to know that I, pleased and swift as meditation and thoughts of love, may sweep to my revenge.
Just given out while sleeping in my orchard, and serpent stung me. So the holier of Denmark. Which process is greatly abused. But let that nobody know. Serpent that did sting thy father's life. Now where's his crown?
My uncle.
That adulterous and incestuous beast with witchcraft and with the one for shameful less than the most seemingly virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off it was. But stop, he sends morning air to be near, creep on the feet. While sleeping in my orchard, I kept them always near. Upon the square there was gold, a vial which was Lebanon. In the pouches of my ear thorn. Thus was I sleeping. My brother's hand was life, crown, and queen, and what suspect? Cut off the blossoms of my sin! No reckoning made! The set with all the imperfections upon my head! Oh, horror! Oh, horror! Much horror! If thou hast nature in thee, spare it not! Let not the world that of Denmark be kept to butchery and cursing himself! But let thy soul contrive against thy mother's heart. Leave her to heaven. Fairly well, the glower should make it to be near against his pales and ineffectual fire. Adieu. Adieu. Hamlet, remember me.
Oh, all ye hosts of heaven. Oh, earth, what else shall I trouble hell? Love you, my sinews, who look not instant home, but bear me stiffly up, remember thee. I, a poor ghost, while memory holds a siege in this distracted globe, remember thee.
me?
From my table of memories, I will wipe away all fond trivial records, all forms, all pressures past, that youth and observation copied there. And thy commandment alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven, a most pernicious woman. That smiling, damning villain, my table, meet it is as I set it down, that thou might smile, and smile and be a villain. At least I am sure it may be so pretended.
How is it, my noble lord? What news, my lord?
Wonderful.
Could my lord tell us?
No, you will feel it.
I am my heaven, nor I, my lord.
But say, will harm Hamlet think it will be secret?
I by heaven. Upon my sword. We have sworn already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed.
What's the oath, my lord?
Never to speak of that which you have seen. Swear by my sword.
Oh, nay, neither. This is wonder strange.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy. Hereafter shall they meet to put an anti-disposition on. Therefore, at such times seeking me, never shall that you know aught of me. So grace and mercy at your most needs help you swear. So, gentlemen, if all my love that you commend me to you, what so poor a man as Hamlet may do to express his love and friending to you, God willing shall not lack. Let us go in together. But still your fingers on your lips, I pray. Time is out of joint. Cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right.
Now, Billy, what's the matter?
Oh, my lord, I'm being so frightened.
With what? In the name of God?
My lord, outside of the 79 coffin, Lord Hamlet, who fell with all embraced, no half upon his head, pale as his shirt, his knees knocked each other, and with a look so piteous and purple, as if he be loose out of hell. Big heart, he comes before me.
That's the love.
My lord, I do not know, but truly, I do fear.
Come go with me, I'll listen to King. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent conflict does itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings. As often any come going to the King, this must be made known, which being kept close, might not more bring to hide, and take other love.
Though we did much long to see you, the need we had to use you did broke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so called? Sith nor the outward nor the inward man resembles that it was, what it should be. More than his father's death that thus put him so far from himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both, being so young of days brought up with it, so neighbor to his youth behavior, that you vouchsafe to stay here at court some time. So by your companies you may glean whether aught was unknown or fits him not.
Good gentleman, he hath much talk of you, and sure I am too men that are not living to whom you more appear. If it would please you to show so much gentry and goodwill as to expend your time with us a while, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Both your majesty's might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasures more to command into entreaty. But we both obey, and hereby give ourselves in full defense. Lay our services free at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, dear Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz, and I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go, some of you, and bring these gentlemen to where Hamlet is.
Heaven's help, may your present practices pleasant and helpful to you.
Amen.
Take faith is falling in, my liege and matter. To expostulate what majesty should be, what to be is why, the day is day, and night is night, and time is time, nothing but to waste, day, night, and time. Therefore, since brevity is full of wit, and peace missing the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son was mad.
Do you think it's this?
It may be very likely.
Hath there been such a time? I I may know it. When I positively said, "'Tis so," when it proved otherwise,
Not that I know. How did we try to prove it?
you know, sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in this lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such time, I'll lose my daughter to him. You and I will head into Ross and bark encounter. If he love her not, and be not for this region fall thereon, let me be no assistant for his state, but keep a farm and corridors.
We shall try
But look, we're sadly for Reginald's reading.
The lady keeps you both away. Oh, give me leave. How does my good Lord have it?
Well, God and mercy.
Do you know me, my Lord?
Excellent, well, you are a fish longer.
Not I, my Lord.
Then I put you myself honest man.
Honest, my Lord.
Honest, sir. For as the world goes, to be an honest man is to be 1 man cut down for 10,000.
That's very true, my Lord.
For as the sun reads, maggots in a dead dog for you not kiss and carry. And you're a doctor.
I have, my Lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but not as your doctor may conceive. Then look to it.
I shall speak to him again. What do you mean, my Lord?
Words. Words. Words.
What's the matter, my Lord?
Between you?
I mean, the matter which you read, my Lord.
Slander, sir. Oh, for the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, their faces wrinkled, their eyes purging the camera of clumsy gum, and laugh with, together with all those recams. And these, sir, though I most powerfully and potently believe, I will not honestly have it upside down. For yourself, sir, could be as old as I am if like a crab could go backwards.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my Lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, if that is out of the air, I'll leave him, and so they can try to be between him and my daughter. My honorable Lord, I will humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot take from me anything that I will more willingly part from withal, except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Very well, my Lord.
These tedious old fools.
Go see the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
God save you, sir. My honor, Lord! I won't see you.
My excellent good friend, how dost thou Guildenstern? Rose and crowns, how do ye both?
As indifferent children of the earth, happy, and not that we are over happy, unfortunately, happy are not the very happy.
Nor the soles of her shoes.
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist, or in the middle of her favor.
Take the privacy.
Oh, most true, she is a strumpet. What's the news?
Nothing, my lord, but that the world grows honest.
Then is doomsday near? But your answer is not true. Let me question you more. In particular, what have you deserved at the hand of fate that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord?
Aye, Denmark's a prison.
Then is the world one.
A goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons. Denmark being one of the worst.
We think it looks so, my lord.
Why, then, 'tis none for you, for there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me it is a prison.
Why then, your ambition makes it so. It's too narrow for your mind.
No such matter. But in a beaten way of friendship, what make you what else know?
As you, my lord, for other occasions.
Good that I am even poor in thanks. But surely, dear friends, my thanks are too dear a half penny. Be enough, and for you're always lying to just representation. Come to your just against me. Come these things. By anything but to the purpose, you were sent for, and there's a kind of confession in your oaths which your modesties are not drafted up to color. I know that the good king queen has sent for you.
What then, my lord?
That you must teach me. But let me conjure you by the rights of our punishment, by the constancy of our youth, by the obligation of our ever-preserved love. Be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no.
Thank you.
May then I have an eye on you. If you love me, I will tell you why. So that my anticipation prevents your discovery and your secrecy to the king and queen mount no better. Hello late, wherefore I know not lost all my mirth. Forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed go so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame the earth It seems nothing to me but a sterile promontory. This excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire. Why, it is nothing to me but a stale and pestilent congregation of faith. What a piece of work is that! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable in action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of the animals. And yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, nor woman neither, but by your smile you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why then did you laugh when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if man delights not you, what manner of entertainment the players shall have. We come to them on the way, and hither they are come to offer you service.
What players are they?
Even the ones who are wont to take delight in it, the tragedians of the city.
Gentlemen, you are welcome to Elsinore. Come then, your hand. The attendants of welcome is fashion and ceremony. But let me comply with you in this garb, lest my welcome to the players, which I tell you show very outward and seem more like entertainment than yours. You are welcome to Elsinore. But my uncle father and my aunt mother are deceived.
Deceived in what, my lord?
I am but man from northwest, where the wind blows suddenly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. My excellent good friends, good to see you. Welcome, sirs. Driver, lady, you are nearer to heaven than when I saw you last by the altitude which are fine. Great God, your voice like a piece of uncurrent gold, being not cracked within the ring. Come, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, my lord?
I heard thee speak a speech once. 'Twas Aeneas' tale of battle, and thereabouts especially of Priam's slaughter. If it lives in your memory still, start to this line. Let me see. The rugged Pyrrhus, who saved the lawns of black as his purpose.
Anon he finds him. Strike the Cujo and brings standing sword, the belly to his arm, lies where he falls. The pockets demand unequal match. Here is the Korean drive, with wit and wit, spell sword, the unnerved father falls. Then, the friend of Tyrion, seeming to fear his glove, with flaming top, stoops to his face and hit his brow. Prisoner pierces steel. For lo, his sword, which was declined over the milky head of the gleam, seems in the air to stick. And so, as painted time still stood, Mrs. Neutral to his will and matter is nothing. But, as we often see, against its storm, silence in the heavens, the rack stands still, both when speechless in the orbilows of his death. Anon, dreadful thunder doth thread the region, and after Pyrrhus' pause, the roused vengeance doth set renewable. Never did the cyclops ever fall on far reports through return, the less than more than three leading sword, now held in his hand. Out from fortune! All your gods intended to take away your power. For you have spoke and fell into her will, and fold round me the little heaven, a flow of two streams.
This is too hard.
To the barbers with your beard! Come then. He is but for a jig or a tale of debauchery or he sleeps. Come, say on. To Hecuba.
Who? Oh, who had seen the marble queen?
The marble queen.
Good, the marble queen is good.
Right there, come in now, present in the room, with clocks upon that head. And for a row about the lake, and all marching bones, lake, in the alarm of fear come. And then the sea, hundreds of fantasy, gets more to retreating, half announced. But it's the gods who seen her then, when she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sport of the mincing of her husband's limbs with his sword. The instant clamor which she made then, unless things mortal moved them not at all, would have made milch the burning eyes of heaven and passion in the gods.
Look, whether she had not turned her color or shaped into her eyes, pray you no more.
Well, I'll have thee speak the rest to me soon. Will that be these players, so be so.
Come, sir,
Follow me. Sir, my friend, just that here. Canst thou play the river of Consaco? Ah, my lord. We'll have it tomorrow night. And now good for thee study a speech of some dozen or 16 lines that I've written down and entered in it. Could you not?
Ah, my lord.
him not. Gentlemen, I'll leave you till night. You are welcome to Elsinore.
Good, my lord.
Aye, so God be with you. Now I am alone. I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have by the very coming of a scene been struck so to the soul that presently may be proclaimed their malfaction for murder. Though I have no tongue, they'll speak with most malicious organ. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before my eyes. I'll reserve it. I'll tell you to the quick. If he but blend shall have more ground than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch their conscience as a king.
Dangerous and turbulent lunacies?
He does the best to deal with any distracted, but someone causing him by no means speak. Nor do we find him forward to his act. But when the crafty madness keeps him loose, we would bring him in some confession of the true sin. Did he receive you well? Most like a gentleman. Was he much forcing of his disposition? These are our questions. But of our demands most free in his reply.
Did you abstain him to any pastime?
Madam, it so far after certain plays we or brought him away. These we did tell him, there seemeth him a kind of joy, I think. They have already ordered the play for him this night.
Tis most true, and it beseems me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
Good gentleman, give him a further edge and drive his purposes onto these delights. Between we must do. We have shortly comprehended that he, as were by accident, may hear of her fulfilling. My father and I thought the less feel, so bestow ourselves that seeing unseen, we shall on their encounter friendly judge and gain from him as he has behaved, whether it be the afflictions of love or no, that thus he suffers them.
I shall obey you. And for your part, Ophelia, I hope your good beauties be the happy cause to have a father. So shall I hope your virtues bring to his wonted way again to hold your honors.
Madam, I wish you could.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you will bestow ourselves. Let's cross the way. Here coming.
Careful about this mortal coil. Let's give us thought. Soft. The fair Ophelia. Nymph, in thy horse sins be all my sins remembered.
My lord, how doth your honor to this many a day?
I humbly thank you well.
My lord, I have remembrance in the Lord, that I have thought of to be delivered. I pray you now to speak present.
No, not I never gave you aught.
My honor, Lord, you know right value things. As with them, your associates express clothes. As makes these no wish. Their virtue lost. Take these again, for the little one, express for which it is human kind. They're my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you there? Then to be honest and fair, your honesty should have been no discourse to your beauty.
The beauty, my lord, was a common than an honesty.
Ah, truly, but that powerful honesty would transform beauty from what it was to a fraud. No sooner than the powers of beauty will transform honesty from what it was to its likeness. This was some time a paradox, but now time has it proved. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you may easily.
You should not have believed me. For virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall not shut it. I loved you not.
I was the most sweet.
Conceit to another. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, yet I could accuse me of such things that were better that my mother had not borne you. I'm very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my back than I have thoughts to put them in. Imagination figured them shape, or time to act them in. What should such men as I do crawling between heaven and earth? Your errant names all believe none of us. Go thy ways to another inn. Where is your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut on him, that he may play the fool nowhere else but in his own home. Farewell. If thou dost marry, I will give thee this blade for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Or if thou dost marry a fool, for wise men are well enough what monsters you make of them. I have heard of your paintings too well enough. God has given you one face, and you paint yourselves enough. You jig, and you ramble, and you make your wantonness. Your ignorance, but too, I'll have no more on it. It has made me mad. I say we shall have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To another we go.
Oh, what a noble-minded Shakespeare. He observes all observers quite right down. And I am lady most rejected wretches that suck the honey of his music vows. Oh, woe is me, to see what I see, see what I see.
Love. His affections do not thou reject. Nor what he spoke, though like from a little was not like madness. There is something in his soul, or which is known, how he hangs on brood, and I do doubt the discourse will be but some danger. Wherefore to prevent, I have with determination set it down, he shall speak to England.
It shall develop, yet I do believe that the origin and commencement of this breed hath sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, move you please, but if you hold the pit, after the play, let the Queen Mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be bound with him, and I'll be placed, so please you in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not, then to be able to send him. Come back where your people shall think.
It shall be so.
Speak this speech, I pray you, as I pronounce it to you, tripping me on the tongue, nor should not soft the air too much thus. You must use the gentleness. You must begin a smoothness that may give it comfort.
I warrant you.
Be not contained neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Through the word to the action to the word. All that let the word appear to your nature. Go, make you ready. Ah, my good lord, I will the king hear this piece of work.
We're treating you without presently.
Bid the players make haste. Do you two help to hasten them? Horatio!
Your lordship.
Horatio, thou art even as just a man as ever my conversation told me of. You do not think I flatter. For what advantage may I hope from thee that hath nothing but thy reverend and good spirits to feed and clothe thee? For why should a poor be flattered? Give me a man that is not passion's slave, and I will bear him in my heart's home. I am my heart of hearts, as I do thee. Something too much. There is a play tonight before the king, one scene in which comes near the circumstance of my father's death, which I have told thee. I pray, when thou seest this act of course, even with the very comment of thy soul, observe my uncle. It is a culprit guilt, does not itself unkennel in one speech. It is a damned ghost that we have seen. Give it a needful note, and after which we will both our judgments join in the censure of the scene.
For my lord, if he so oft lost the place, and escape detecting, I will pay it back.
They're coming to the play. I must make high picture to a play. How fares our cousin Hamlet? Excellent in bake of the chameleon's dish. My feet on the capons, promised man. You cannot be capon so. Have nothing with the sass and Hamlet, these words are not mine. No, nor mine now. Sir, we said you did play at university once.
That's that, my lord, and us counting good actor.
What did you enact?
I enact Julius Caesar. I was killed in the copy. Julius killed me.
It was so brute of heart to kill so capital a cap there. Be the players ready?
At the lord, come hither, Hamlet, sit by me.
No, mother. Here's a metal Oh, what did you call that? Lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I mean my head on your lap. Did you think I meant country manners?
I think nothing, my lord.
There's a fair thought to lie between maidens' legs.
What's that, my lord?
Nothing.
You are married, my lord.
Me? God, you're only a jig maker. What should a man do but be married? For look you, how cheerfully my mother looks. My father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, it's quite 2 months, my lord.
So long? Well then, let the devil wear suits of black, for I myself will have suits of solemn sables. God, died 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. So if a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year. Is this the prologue or the proxy of a ring?
Brief, my lord.
As woman club.
Full 30 times that Zeus' cart gone around Neptune's salt wash and tells his own ground. And 30 dozen moons with borrowed sheen, about the world times 1236, since love our hearts and hide into our heads, unite the mutually most sacred bands.
So many journeys with the sun and movements again count o'er our love begun. But woe is me, you are so sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former sickness I distrust you.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My outward powers their functions lead to do. And thou shalt live in this fair world divine, honored, beloved, and happy one is time. For heaven
Shut down with that! Such love receives thee praise in my breast. Second husband left you be a curse. None wed the second, but who killed the first. The instances that second marriage do are based respect of thrift, but none of love. A second time I kill my husband dead, only when second husband kisses me in bed.
Sweet leaving here while my spirits grow dull, but no be God of tedious day of sleep.
Sleep off thy brain, and never come into chance.
Madeline, how like you this play?
The lady protests too much, methinks.
Well, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense in it?
Oh, no, they do but jest. Poison in jest. No offense in the word.
What do you call the play?
The mousetrap. Very tropically. 'Tis the image of a murder done in Vienna, you shall see anon. 'Tis a knavish piece of work. But what of that? Your majesty and reason have free spirits. It touches us not. That the gathered jade winds our withers are unwrung. This one is Luciana, nephew to the king.
You are as good as a horse, my lord.
I could interpret between you and your thought if I could see the puppets down again.
Thoughts black, hands apt, drugs fate, and time grieve, confederate season thus no preaching sleep. Thou mixed a rank of midnight meats collected, with decades back of breast dust and breast infected. Thy natural magic and dire hardy, unwholesome life you serve.
He poisons him in garden with his estate. In names done not talk of. 'Tis written in choice italics. You shall see anon how the murderer gets along. It's my life in fire. Nothing to know worth for 1,000 pounds. This perceived paranormal upon the talk of the voice, I do paranormal. Come some music. Come the reporter, come some music.
My lord, not say a word with you.
Sir, a whole history.
My lord, once did love me.
So do I still by these prickers and stealers.
Good, my lord, what's the cause of your distemper? You do surely bar the door against your own liberty. You deny your grace to your friends.
Sir, I lack advancement.
How can that be? You have the voice of the king himself. Your succession in Denmark.
Aye, truly. But as the green grass grows, this proverb is something musty. Ah, reporters, come, let me see one. To withdraw you. Sir, why do you go about the winds of me as if you would drive me into a toil?
My lord, if my duty be to bold, my love is too unmanly.
do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe?
My lord, I'm not.
I pray
I mean, no touch
you. 'Tis as easy as lying. Look you, these are the thoughts. Govern these vacancies with your fingers and thumbs, and give it breath with your mouth, and it will disclose the most eloquent music. Look you, these are the thoughts.
of it. These cannot command any outward conformity. I have not the skill.
Why, look you now, how unworthy a thing you make of me. You would play upon me. You would seek to know my thoughts. Blood. Do you think I'm easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you may, though you press on me. You cannot play upon me. Oh, God bless you, sir.
My lord, will you speak with you unpleasantly?
Sir, do you see yonder cloud that is somewhat in the shape of a camel?
But that is like a camel indeed.
He thinks it is like a weasel.
It is backed like a weasel,
Like a whale.
very like a whale.
Shall see my mother by and by. If they fool me to the top of my bend, I shall see her by and by.
I will say so.
By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. It is now the very witching time of night. Though churchyards yawn and hell itself would breathe contagion into this world, I could now drink of such hot blood and do such bitter business that the day would quake to look upon. Soft. Now to my mother.
I like you not. Nor sends it over to let this man escape. Therefore, prepare thyself. Iron commission shall forthwith dispatch. We shall meet with you. The terms of our stay be not heard. Hazard so dangerous as to throw out of his lunacies.
Lord goes to that. Most holy and living spirit is. He has many, many bodies fake that live to feed upon that.
Arm yourself. Promise. Speedy for the shall fetch us to the longest sphere which now goes to the three-footed.
My lord, give the word to his mother's promise. Heaven or also, I will make myself to hear his promise. Very unknowingly, I'll call upon you every event, heaven and hell.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my defenses break. It smells to heaven. Yeah. Primal elders curse on me. A brother's murder. Pray it up. Though inclination be soft as well, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. And like a man, double business bound, I step and pause, I shall first start and both neglect. Oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder? It cannot be. So I'm still possessed of those effects for which I didn't murder. My pride, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and still obtain the effects. Try what repentance can, but one cannot repent. Wretched state! O bosom black as death, O blinded soul that's struggling to be free are born again. Help, angels! Make a save! Bow, stubborn knees, and heart whose strings of steel be as soft as the sinews of a newborn babe. All may be well.
That's now he's praying, now I will do it.
So it goes to heaven, and so I am replenished. Nay, there would be scamming. A villain killed my father, and I'm his sole son, to send the same villain to heaven. No. Up my sword, and no doubt will pour his head. But he is too wrong to sleep over his rage, or in the incestuous pleasures of his bed, and gaming, swearing, or in some other act that has no relish of salvation in it. Then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven. If only he is damned and black as hell whereto it goes. My mother's days. This physic, what prolongs thy sticky days.
Our words fly. My thoughts remain low. Words without hopes, never to heaven go.
With holding compass, transmitted to bonds there in that embrace, hot screams to be much needed him. All songs we even hear, pray, be bound with him.
Oh, now, mother, what's the matter?
Thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Have you forgotten me?
No. By the rule not so, you are the queen. Your husband's brother's wife. And when we're not so, you are my mother.
Nay then, I'll let those students speak.
Come and set you down. You shall not budge. You shall not go till I set you on the glass. Right, you may see the end of water.
You will burn me, will not?
How? A narrow rat. Dead for a good
Oh, me, what else have I
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
What a wretched bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed? Almost as bad, your mother, as kill a king and marry his brother.
As killing king?
Ah, 'twas my word. Thou wretched, rash, ill-rooting fool, farewell. I took thee for thy better. Leave bringing of your hands, and let me read your heart, for so shall I if it be made of penetrable stuff.
What have I done that thou darest find my tongue in doing so rude against me?
An act that blurs the blush and grace of modesty.
What act?
Look you here upon this picture, upon the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See here what embrace was seated on his brow, a station like the herald Mercury, whereon every god did seem to set a seal, to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband, but you now are no fathers, like your meal to ear, blasting it as wholesome brothers, feathers in eyes. You cannot call it love, for in your age the heyday of the blood is pain and awaits upon your judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? A murderer and a villain, a slave, a slave for all if you wanted it more. You shred and patches. What would your gracious speaking?
Do not put the visitation, but direct out one purpose. Speak to it,
I was doing too late.
Alas, how is it with you that you do bend your eye on vacancy? Whereon do you look?
On him look you now, how pale he glares. His form and constant joy, preaching to stones could make them capable.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there? Nor did you nothing here?
No, nothing but ourselves. This, the very craving of your brain, this fatherless creation, ecstasy is very cunning here.
Ecstasy. What hope as yours till tender it can keep time? It is not madness that I have uttered. Mother, for the love of grace, confess yourself to heaven. Repent what is to pass, avoid what is to come.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast loved my heart in twain.
Throw away the worser part of it, and let the tutor with the other half. I must be cruel, only to be kind. As the bad begins, and the worst remains behind. I must aim that you know that.
I have forgot.
How wretched, who is now most still, and most secret, and most grave. That wasn't life. Silence waiting me. Come then, I must drop toward an enmity. Good night, mother.
Madam, be silent. Profound, you must transmit to understand. Where is your son?
He's still the place on the lot. Oh, Lord, what have I seen tonight?
What is it? How does that?
Madison seeing wafer will be 10 inches mightier. It is lawless man behind his object, something stirred. He saw his reindeer crying, a rat, a rat! And in his brainless apprehension, killed the unseen old man.
Oh, heavy it had been so about that we've been there. His liberty is full of birth to us all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. And how shall this bloody deed be answered? It will be laid to us. Whose match and storm splintered out of haunt this bad young man. But Summers was our love, like Jonas, found the seas, even from their bulging and feeding on the pit of life. Where is your son gone?
To draw by the body he has killed, or who like some horrible middle stage shows himself pure. He waits for what is done.
Oh, Gertrude, come away! The sun no sooner shall the mountains touch, but we will shiver things. And this violent deed we must with all our majesty and skill both countenance and excuse. Yield it firm! Brave folk, you'll join with some further aid. Hamlet in his madness hath Polonius slain. Go, seek him out. I pray you hasten this. Oh, Gertrude, come away! My soul is full of discord and discontent.
Should be made by the son of the king.
Taking me for a sponge, my lord.
I, sir, that source of the king's countenance. His rewards, his authorities, when he needs which you have gleaned, it is by squeezing you and sponge. You are made dry again.
I understand you not, my lord.
I am violent. A native speech sleeps in a foolish ear.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king is a thing!
The thing, my lord?
Of nothing. Take me to him. Hide fox and I'll ask for him. I'm sick to see him. Ask to find the body. Oh, how dangerous it is that this man goes loose! Find out what happened to Fallen.
Where the dead body is bestowed, my lord, we cannot know.
Where is he?
Guarding without any pleasure.
Bring him before us.
You'll disturb again, my lord.
Hamlet, where is Polonius? At suppers. Where? Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. Where is Polonius? In heaven. Send hither to see. If your messenger finds him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But indeed, if you find him not in the month, you shall notice him as you go up the stairs into the lobby. Go, seek him there. He shall pay till ye come.
Hamlet, this deed for thine special safety, which we do tender as we generally breathe. But for what thou hast done, we shoot thee hence with fiery quickness. Therefore prepare thyself for England.
For England?
I, Hamlet.
Good. Farewell, mother.
Thy loving father, and
My mother! Father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh, and so my mother. Farewell.
follow it, what? Tempt him with speed abroad. In England, if my love thou holds in aught, thou mayst not wholly set our sovereign process. Which imports of rule, my letters can bring to that effect the present death of Hamlet.
She's unfortunate, indeed distraught, for whom needs be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father, says she hears. There's tricks in the world that him beats at her heart. Spurns envy straws, speaks things in doubt that carry the half sense.
For good she was spoken with. If she was ridiculous conjectures, no great minds.
Let her come in. To my sick soul
How do you pretty me?
Well, God, they say the owl makes his daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be answered.
Conceit, honorable.
That's no word. When they ask you what to be, say you this. Tomorrow is I sail according to time, and I made it your window to be your valentine. Then after you rose the dawn and closed the chamber door, and in the made the house made it, there departed more. Indeed, Miles, I'm still to make an answer. Like if the mighty charity, black is the price of the shame. If men will do things too, like how they are slain. But she poor, you trouble me, you promised me friend. And so when I had done my younger son, and thou hast not come to that.
How long has she been thus?
I was told will be well. We must be patient. But I cannot choose but be. To see if they should lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know. And so I think you for his come. Come back. Good night, baby.
Keep your watch up here, I pray you. No. These are the poisons of deep grief. It brings off from her father's death. First, her noble father slain, and next your son gone. He being his own father off to his own just removed. Who messengers? And who got the door? Oh, thou vile key. Where is my father? Dead. How can he get? Will not be docile. To hell with the sons of black and devil. All your letters will terminate from my father. Good lurches. You desire to know the certainty of your father's death. Is it written that revenge that suits that you will draw both friend and foe, winner and loser? Good for his enemies. Will you know them then?
To his good friend, this wild and vile. Like the kind my friend Pelican, we passed it by the blood.
Now you speak like a good child, and an honest gentleman. That I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensible in Greek words, should as well to your judgment appear as Dave does to rock. And how the mercy is.
Dear maid, your kindness is so sweet to overflow. Oh heavens, is it possible? A young maid's wits should be as moral as all men's life.
They bore him there, they saw on the bar, hey, naughty, and in his grave, and many a tear, there he dwell, my dove.
Has not thy wits, and is this way revenge cannot move thus.
There's Rosemary. That's remembering. Pray, love, remember. And there's Anne. There's room for you, and here's some for me. Here's the baby. I was speaking to violence, but they were all. But I thought that. Please say to baby for that.
Fontaine fiction. Passion held it so she brings the favor and prettiness.
Will he not come again? And will he not come again? No. He is dead. Goes like that. He never will come again. He's gone. He is gone.
Do you see this?
There it is. I must commune with you before you deny your right. Go but apart, make choice of whom your wisest friends will, and they shall here judge twixt you and me. If my son's erector collateral has yet by his attached, we shall heal and give our crown and all we can out to you in satisfaction. But if not, be you content to lend your patience with us. We shall most jointly labor with your soul to lead it to content.
Let this be so.
So shall it be. And when the offense let the great axe fall, I pray you, go with me.
Sailors, they say they have much for you.
I have never come in. I do not know what part of the world I should be greeted. Not Lord Hamlet.
God bless you, sir.
Then bless me too.
Letters, sir, from the master that was back from England. If your name be Horatio,
Horatio, and thou shalt overlook this. Give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for him. Yet we were 2 days old at sea, and in pine their warlike appointment gave us chase. Finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on a compelled valor on the ground that I boarded them. On the instant they got free of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they knew what they did. I had to do a good turn for them. Let the king have the letters I have sent. Prepare them to me as much speed as helps by death. I have words to speak in thy ear that will be done. You take much too light for the more of the matter. These good fellows will bring thee where I am. Rose Castle will turn hold their course for England. Of them I have much to tell thee. Farewell. He that thou knowest thine, Hamlet. Come, now make you with these your letters into the speeder, that you may direct them to him whom you brought.
And you must put me in your heart, friend. Since you have heard with no yet, the man who hath your noble father slain pursues my life.
It's well here. But tell me, why are you proceeding thus against me? You're so cramped and so capital in nature. As by your safety, was done all things else, men be restored up.
Oh, for two special reasons, which makes you perhaps too much on sin, yet to me they are strong. The queen, his mother, lives and always by his looks. And for the other motive, why, to other counts I might not go, is the general love that gender bear. So that my error, who decided to do it for so lot of wind, would have reverted back to my boat, and not where I had aimed them.
And so have I in this father loves. A sister driven into desperate turns, whose word that praises may go back. Stood a challenger in our life at all age for her depictions. My revenge will come.
Great not excuse for that. I loved your father. Hannah, what news?
What is my lord from Hamlet? It's your majesty and your queen.
From Hannah.
I received them from Claudio.
Let it just appear. Leave us! I, you shall know that I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall first, asking your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return, Hamlet. What should this mean? Are all the rest from back, or is this some abuse and no such thing?
Who you to have?
It is Hamlet's character. Naked, and in approaching to you, he says alone, can you advise me?
I'm lost in this one. But let me come. It's one this very sickness in my heart, that I shall then and tell him to his teeth. Thus didst thou.
If it be so, let it be so. As how should it be so, how otherwise? Will you be ruled by me?
I know. So you will not overrule me to appease.
Thine own peace. And if he is now returned, I will work him to an exploit now ripe in my advice, under the which he shall not choose but fall, and for his death the open and plain shall be grieved. But even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident.
My lord, I will. Rather you device that I may be your friend.
If also, you have been taught much since you travel, and that and material. For quality, when they say you shy your sum of hearts, not plucking from such envy, as did that one and that, in my regard of the unworthy siege.
What part is that from?
What would you do to show yourself your father's son? More than in words.
To cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed. Should murder satirize. Revenge should have no bounds. But then there's you do this. Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet returns shall know that you have come home. We shall come, thou shalt raise your excellence. He being remiss shall not pursue the foils. So with ease, or with little shuffling, you may choose a sword unfaithful. And in that passage practice with wit him for your father.
I'll do it. And for that purpose, I'll anoint us. I thought the notion of America so mortal that if my God is likely, it may be dead.
Let's further think this. Where convenience over time and means, if this plan should fail, it should have a back and a second. So, let me see. When you are hot and dry, speak your best house more violent than that in, and have it possible trick, I'll prepare him a chalice for the nuns. Where but sipping, if he somehow escaped your venom stuff, I'll put this maple dead. How now, sweet queen?
One motive tread upon another's heel, the best they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Where?
She fell into the weeping brook. For a time, the chanted statues of old tunes is what are capable of her distress. But long it could not be collect. Her garments heavy with their drink pulled the poor wretch from melodious lane to muddy death.
Alas then, she is drowned?
Drowned.
Too much water. Hast thou for and therefore I forbid my tears. But yet it is our church. And these are the common bolts. Let shame say what it will. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have to speak to fire that favorite place, but that this folly doubt.
Come, let's follow. There's so much I had to do to calm his rage. Fear I can't, this will get it started again, therefore, let's follow.
Is she to be buried in Christian burial with those who seek her own salvation?
I tell thee she is. And her maiden degree is straight. The cover has sat on her and finally Christian burial.
How can that be unless she drowned herself in her own defense?
I did found so.
What is he to build stronger than the nation, the shipwreck, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker, for that shall live 1,000 tenants.
I like that went well in good faith. Go, Deputy Jan, fetch me a scoop of liquor.
Whose grave is this, sirrah?
Mine, sir. Oh, if it's plain, for to be made for such a guest is meet.
Indeed, I think it be thine, for thou liest in it.
Thou lie upon it, sir, therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, and yet it's mine.
Thou dost lie. To be in it and say it is thine, 'tis for the dead, not for the quick, therefore thou liest.
'Tis a quick lie, sir, 'twill away again from me to you.
What then is thou made for?
For no man, sir,
What woman then?
for no neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, but rest her soul, she's dead.
Absolute native. We must speak to him either father or equivocation or undo us. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days of the year, I think that day in our last weekend of the important was.
How long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? Every girl can tell that. It was the very day the young man was born. He that is mad sent into England.
I married. Why was he sent into England?
Why? Because he was mad. You shall have covered his wits there. Or if he did not, there's no great matter there.
What?
For the not be seen him there. There the man was mad with fear.
The book here. Who is this take on? Such made fire. It says we took to the course they found did with its own hands for to its own life. It was the son of state. Crouch me a while, Mark.
What ceremony knows?
This is Laertes, a very noble youth, Mark.
What ceremony knows? Let her live her. And from her fair and unpolluted flesh made violence. I tell the truth. A ministering angel shall my sister be with thou my house north the fair Ophelia.
Sweet, sweet, fair come. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I hope thy bride that to have death sweet me, and not in strewn
trouble on accursed bed, whose wicked deed thou most ingenious sense to deprive thee of. Hold off, dear other one, till Alcardo once more in my arms.
What is he, whose grief bears such an emphasis, whose praise and sorrow contours the wandering stars, and makes them stand like one who is hero? Did I have him today, devil, tis my son! Thou praise not done, I prithee take thy fingers from my throat,
Pluck in the center.
be my Lord, I will fight with him upon this deep until I have him come no longer away. I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of blood make up my son. What wilt thou do for her? Oh, he is mad.
For the love of God, forbear it!
Didst thou come here to lie? Down face me, with leaping into her grave. Be very quick with her, and so will I. And if thou praise these mountains, let them throw millions of acres on us.
This is mere madness.
Hear you, sir. What is the reason that you have used me thus? I loved you ever. But it is no man. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day. Horatio, wait on him, I pray. Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech. We shall, the man to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch on your son. The screen shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly shall we see, but until then, patience of receiving me. And finally returned to my own room again, making so bold my ears, forgetting manners, that I unsealed their grand commission, for I found, with Horatio, a royal neighborhood, an exact command. No leisure baited, no, not to see the grinding of an axe. My head should be struck off. Is it possible to bring the commission more at your leisure? But will thou hear me how I did receive? I beseech you. Sat me down, devised a new commission, an earnest conjuration from the king that, without debate, that further more or less, he should the bearers put to sudden death.
So good and certain will from past go to it.
For why, man, they did make love to their employment. Their lives are not fair on conscience. Their death led by their own insinuation to grow.
What king is this?
Does it not think this be standing out upon? He that killed my king and hoard my money. Did not, in perfect conscience, equate with his honor. And would it not be damned to let this canker of our nature come in for their evil?
It must be shortly known to the public. What is the issue of business there?
It will be short. The interim is mine. Good Horatio, I am sorry that delayed as I did forget myself. For in the image of my cause, I see the words which are of his. I'll court his favors. But surely, good Horatio, the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were leisure, I should have parted things to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit.
My lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he hath laid a great wager on your head. Sir, here's newly come to court Laertes, sir, for his weapon. And in the incantations laid on him by them, in his meetings, unfellowed.
What is his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons, but well.
The king, sir, hath laid it in a dozen passes between yourself and him. He shall not receive you 3 hits. If they are 12 for 9, and it would come to you in trial, the lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
Sir, I will walk here to this hall. If it pleases the king, 'tis the breathing time of day with me. Let the boils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him, and I can. If not, I shall gain nothing but my shame in the odd case.
Shall I redeliver you even so?
Aye, sir, after what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Ever since he has gone into France, I've been in continual practice. I will win. Thou wilt not think how all ails without my heart, but it is no matter.
Your mind is like anything obeyed. And I will forsake if you're hindered and say,
Not a bit. We defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of despair. so warm in your most generous thoughts that I have shot my arrow over my house and hurt my brother.
I am satisfied in nature with most of this occasion starting north of my revenge. Within my terms of honor I stand to do, and with no reconciliation, till by some elder masters of no honor. I have always been president of peace to keep my name ungold. Until that time, I do receive your offer of my brother. And the once wrong,
I embrace it freely. And will my brother wage a friendly pledge? Come, give us the foils. Come on,
come one for me!
I'll be your foil, Laertes. For in my ignorance your skill shall, like the shining stars, be fiery off indeed.
You mock me, sir?
No, by this hand.
Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my good lord, thou played the odds on the weaker side.
Not very not. But since he is better, I've seen both, we have therefore odds.
This is too heavy, let me see another.
Give me the foils for now.
This one likes me well. These foils have all length.
Aye, my lord.
Set the stoops of wine upon that table. If Hamlet with the first or second hit, or quick in answer to the third exchange, the king shall reach to his better breath. And in this cup again shall he throw. Come, begin. You judges bear where we are.
Come on, sir. Come on. One, go, husband.
Give me drink. This girl is nigh. You slut. I'll play this foul curse. Stand in the wine. Come.
Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. Within thee there's not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and venomed. The foul practice hath turned itself on me. So, here I lie never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king! The king! The plague! Poison! Inheritance! He's justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness would be no act. Mine and my father's death cannot upon me, for mine on me.
Heaven make thee rigorous, and revolve me. Horatio, are you dead? You little pale and tremble at this chance. There but needs an audience to this act. This assertion death is victim to arrest. I could tell you. But it is no matter.
wish. Thou livest. What will in my heart of right to be satisfied?
Ah! I'll never believe it. I'm more naked for 118 years yet to look at my
By heaven, I'll have it. Oh, could you wish? Oh, winter rain. In defending us alone shall live behind me. If ever thou didst hold me in thy heart, I'd soon free from felicity of mine. And in this harsh world, not thy breath and pain to tell my story. The rest is silence.
Bound back to noble heart. Commence with you. And the flight of angels send me to thy rest. Let forbear him like a soldier. For he was likely that he would put on to that prudent most wanted.